What's up guys, Amanda here today, and today I'm going to talk about my dieting. And I will also have a bit of a special guest behind me. I'm also sitting on the floor for this because it just works better when it comes to like the camera and not having to hold it, because holding it kind of tires my arms out. So to start off with, I'm going to talk about how the decision to go on a diet was made. So throughout my teens, I was decently skinny, a pretty small person. I'm still pretty small because I'm 5'2", so that's pretty small for an adult. But in my teens, my stomach was generally flat when I was standing up. When I sat down, it wasn't flat anymore because, you know, you're sitting and things smushed together. But when grade 12 hit, that was no longer the case. I did gain a little bit of weight in the stomach, and very, very slowly it would like increase like by just a little bit. And I'm not making this video to say that I think I'm fat in any way, because I'm not, because having a little bit of, you know, extra fat doesn't make you fat. It's not, this isn't a body shaming video on myself or in any kind of way. I think that my weight in general is not horrible at all, but just as a personal thing, I want to just shave my weight down like a little bit, just so my stomach is sort of flat-ish, at least to the point where I feel comfortable with it. Because in the end, when it comes to weight loss, the goal is to be comfortable with yourself and not to impress others in any kind of way. You know, you want to be healthy and you want to be comfortable, right? So I always knew that the type of person I was, it would be hard to cut down on eating. So my original plan was to just try and do more activity, but it was very hard to get the motivation to get up and do more activity, right? So I had a hard time with that, and it wasn't really changing anything because I wasn't really doing it every day, maybe twice a week if I was lucky. And so when I was on Twitch in a workout stream, I was talking about it in the Twitch chat, and I mentioned what I was trying to do, and I was told to not focus so much on the gym and focus just a little bit more on the calories, which was a new thing for me, because I am not big on cutting down what I eat, because to me, I'm like, I don't overeat, I eat when I'm hungry. Plus, I just in general wasn't a big fan of cutting out things that I like to eat. You know, I didn't want to cut out certain foods from my life, because I'm a pretty picky eater, so it's hard to find stuff that I do enjoy eating. And to me, when it came to dieting, it meant, you know, eating more fruits and vegetables, and you had to eat things that were like super expensive and that didn't taste good. That's to me what a diet meant and watching your calories meant. But over the last maybe month or so, I've kind of tried to adjust and make it work a little bit better. So at the very start, the first few weeks, I had a bit of trouble, because when you first start tracking your calories and you have to like check the calories on the food that you eat, you're like, you look and you go, like, that's a lot more calories than I thought. You know, you don't really think about stuff like that, like calories, and unless, you know, that's something you actively look for and you watch. So as my first time doing this, I was quite shocked to see how high the calories in certain food items were, and also shocked when I saw that pickles, dill pickles, these dill pickles that I had, were actually pretty low in calories. Like, it was like 2 pickles with like 5 calories, and I was like, wow, okay, that's surprisingly low compared to everything else I've seen. Something that I noticed when I started the diet is that I tend to want to eat more at night versus at day. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to save most of my calories for at night. Now, this doesn't mean I'm starving myself during the day. Generally during the day, I wake up in the afternoon, so I mean, there's not much time to eat. I mean, it's not like I wake up at 9 a.m. and I don't eat till 6 p.m. I do eat during the day. I just don't eat as much as I do at night. I try to save most of my calories for like after the evening, after dinner. So like I'll sometimes eat like a very, very small lunch or very like small breakfast, depending what you want to call it, because it's not really breakfast time. And then I eat dinner, and then I have like a snack or something, or even like a second dinner after, like in the evening at nighttime, because I have calories that I've saved up from earlier on in the day. It doesn't mean that will work for everyone, but for me, that's just what I found is best for me, because I find during the day, even I don't feel hungry. I probably am a little bit hungry, because you know, you get hungry when you don't eat, but I don't feel it as much. If I do feel it, I do eat. If I actually physically feel myself hungry, I'm like, okay, I need to eat something. But if I don't feel like excessively actually like hungry, I kind of just like, I don't even like think about it. I don't think about food. I'm like doing other stuff, you know? And so it's a lot easier for me to not eat during the day compared to at night. So at nighttime, I find myself craving food even when I'm not hungry. I'm bored or I'm upset and I want to eat. I emotion eat. Like, I'm an emotional eater, so I eat, you know, whenever I'm upset or angry or something. I eat when I'm bored. And so knowing that, I try to save most of my calories till then so I can have like a little something. But obviously there are times when I have run out of calories and I've had to be strong and hold back and not eat, which is a very, very difficult thing to do. That, I think, has been the biggest struggle when it comes to sticking to the calorie limit that I have, is that I get cravings even when I'm not hungry. I just want to eat because I'm bored. I want to have a snack because I'm bored. I want something to do with my hands. And so that in itself has been a real struggle. And to avoid, you know, snacking or giving into those urges, I just try to keep myself busy by like talking to people online, or just by watching stuff, or just doing stuff with my hand. I try to keep myself as busy as I can till the next day when my calories reset and I can eat more food. So right now I'm about 4 or 5 weeks into the diet and I'm not doing horrible. I did have one really, really bad week, which did send me back a couple of pounds, but it's not that big of a deal. Try not to let it hold me back, because that's another thing that is a struggle, is when you weigh yourself and you see no change and you think, well, this isn't working, why should I keep going? It's hard to keep yourself motivated when you don't see a change, and you have to remember that you're not going to see a change, or that, you know, your weight will fluctuate a lot when, you know, okay, well, I say a lot, but you know, it'll fluctuate a little. It'll go up a pound, down a pound, but in the end, it will eventually just go down. And remembering that is a really hard thing to do, and remembering that, you know, you might have a bad day or a bad week when it comes to your calories, but you shouldn't let that get you down. And that's basically what I've been trying to do. I've been working really hard on not letting, you know, a bad day or a bad week, or weighing myself and seeing no change, or weighing myself and seeing it go back up, affect me, and go, okay, that's okay, it happens, just keep going, right? You just have to keep going. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little explanation of my diet. I figured I would just make a video on it, sharing it. Under no means am I like a health professional, so don't like take my advice. Definitely speak to a professional on this if you want to go on a diet, or you've been told you need to go on a diet for health reasons. But I do hope you did enjoy this, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.